Hey guys, I know I haven't done a video in a while. Oh, hey. And some of you have missed me. I kind of feel that in my heart. Anyway, nothing much has been going on. It's a nice hot Carolina day today, and I just figured I should give you guys an update. So, very quickly, my stats. 'Cause I can't remember the last time I've done stats in a video. So my stats are, before surgery, well, my highest weight was 285. My surgery weight was 276. No, 274. Sorry, 274. And my current weight is 240. So I've been doing some work, guys. Like, I've had some issues, some scale issues, some stalling issues. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm having a Ostrom pepper is my favorite flavor. It seems to be the only one that I can get down quite easily. Excuse me chewing in my video. I'll make it as little obnoxious as possible. I'm hungry. So about that. So I found out recently that my ex-husband, who is a follower, everything I get, he has to get. I found out that he had gastric bypass. So he always has to try to like one up me. He can just get the freaking sleeve, right? So he gets gastric bypass. And it's crazy. It's quite interesting how people they kind of talk smack about the surgery and then all of a sudden they've gotten it. Which I'm fine with, because people change their minds like they change their underwear, right? They say women change their mind all the time. So I'll go with it. But yeah, guys, I've experienced like a huge stall. So I stalled for about, I want to say at least a month, right? I'm sorry, guys, I'm hungry. I stalled for about a month, and nothing was helping. It seemed like nothing was helping at first. And so I did at one point get discouraged. I was even upset the one time that I went to the doctor to get weighed. It was my 12-week visit, and it rained that day, and I happened to get rained on. And so when I went to weigh, my clothes were wet, and so that made me heavier. I was so upset because it appeared that I hadn't lost but 1 pound since my last visit, which was like my 6-week visit, and I was at my 12 week. So I had to kind of get over it, pretty much, because I was like, well, if that's the case, because I think I weighed in at like 253, like I could not get out of those freaking 250s. They were haunting me. And so, what did I do? I got upset. I was mad at like every scale in the world. And then I was just like, oh, fuck it. I don't know anybody who's 253 and almost a full-on size 16 going into a 14. I just don't. So I just had to leave it at that. You know what I mean? I knew I had been working out and doing my best, but it just wasn't working at the time. Guess what freaking worked? Meal prepping, right? So I figured out, I'm like, well, I eat good, right? Like I eat decent, but I figured out that one of two things was not happening. Well, three things were happening / not happening, right? I wasn't getting enough protein. I wasn't getting enough water, and my timing was off as far as my eating and my drinking. So I wasn't necessarily waiting 30 minutes between eating and drinking. And then I wasn't getting, like, of course, because I was eating and drinking at the same time, I wasn't getting enough fluids, and then I wasn't getting enough food, well, nutrients. So I started meal prepping. I think I'm going on week 2 now, and instantly it started coming off, like, ridiculously. And I started going back to my MyFitnessPal and Bariatric, I think it's called, just to keep a track of my protein and my calories, because my doctor, when I went that time, she said I wasn't losing weight because I wasn't getting enough calories in, which I thought was some bull crap, because you just took 85% of my stomach and you want me to have like 1,200 calories. That's some bullshit. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. I'm pretty sure it's right or whatever. But yeah, let's be realistic. I have a quarter of a stomach and you want me to you want me to put 1,200 calories in it, process it, and you still want me to drink 64 ounces of water. I was like, something gotta give. Somebody gotta give up somewhere. But I didn't. What I did was, I downloaded the, what is it called? The app, the bariatric, it's called Bariatric Timer. And I love it. It has helped me tremendously because, you know, we are so used to being in a pattern of eating and drinking at the same time that it is so hard. I think for me, that's been my hardest habit to really break. I was good right out of surgery because I was still on liquids and purees and stuff like that. So, like, that stuff doesn't mix, but once you start eating on, you know, your plate or what have you, it's second nature. So, the app, sorry about that, guys. The app, once you drink, like what I do is, okay, I start my morning off drinking water. So, I drink water from the time I get up to the time I reach work. And then I press on the app that I drank. So it tells me in red letters at the bottom, do not eat. And it starts the timer for 30 minutes. It also, when you press that you drink, it brings up a page that's a log, and you can put in what you drank. Now, it doesn't keep a track of the macros of it all, but you can just put in there what you had, and that way you can kind of keep up with it. When I say that has helped me tremendously, it's ridiculous how this app has helped me. Apps run my life, guys. Apps run my life. So, if you're having issues with stalls, get the app, right? Because that's going to help. Get the app, meal prep, and it'll fall into line. Like, I know necessarily if I don't have the time to meal prep a certain meal, I just automatically replace it with a protein bar or a shake or a smoothie. I like the shakes, the pre-made shakes better, because it already tells you, you drink this, you got 32 grams of protein, done. So, and normally I'll try to do that for breakfast because I'm not really a sweet person. That was what was wrong with me on my liquid diet, was that I was so tired of all this. Everything was sweet. So I've used I love Oh Yeah products. They have some of the best products for protein around. So I'll use a shake, and then I'll probably already have my lunch, which I found the cutest containers. People make fun of me, but screw them. They got a whole stomach. I don't. I found like probably 4-ounce containers, and because 2-ounce containers, the long way, of course, are hard to find. So I found like 4 and 5-ounce containers, and then I just put 2 ounces of food in it, basically. Or even if I do put 4 ounces of food, it's going to take me like 4 hours to eat it. So at some point, you know, when I eat, when I feel my full, I just hit the food button on a bariatric timer, and it tells me don't drink, give me 30 minutes. So that when my 30 minutes is up, I can decide to drink or finish eating. Gotta think, people. So if I feel like, you know, continuing to eat, then I would eat after the 30 minutes. And then I'll hit the timer again when, you know, I'm done. And it tells me the same thing. And then the next time it rolls around and say you can drink, then I'll go ahead and start drinking. And I just set myself an amount of time to drink. So if it's like, if at 12 o'clock it tells me I can drink, then I'll drink from 12 to 12:45. And then I'll hit the timer, and then let me get 30 minutes. Because that's where I was kind of messing up. It's like, I would drink, but I was only taking like 1 or 2 sips. And then I'm thinking I need to wait a half an hour. What I realized is that I needed to set a specific amount of time to decide to drink. Because drinking doesn't feel the same for me as food does. So it doesn't really get you full. So especially if you sip here, sip there, sip. So just take the hour to drink, and then, you know, you can hit the button, and then it'll be time to eat. So I am 5 pounds away from my first goal weight, which is my shopping goal of 235. Like, I've been having problems with this dress all day, trying to keep it on, because it keeps sliding down on both sides. But whatever. But I miss you guys. How you guys been doing? I'm so excited about our little Facebook page. I love it. I feel like I get to interact with you guys more. And what else? What else has been going on? Nobody's been treating me differently, I guess, because I've always had that I don't care, I'm me. And I haven't really changed as far as being me. Except that people can't tell me certain stuff now. Like, certain, you know, sometimes people are like, oh, you couldn't wear that before because, oh, you had rolls. Now, I'm so happy in my space. I don't care if I have a roll. I'd be like, I got a roll, but I'm 240, about to be 235 on that ass. Or what? And you doing what? No. But I haven't really changed, I guess, that much in that aspect. I'm me. I'm going to wear what I want to wear. I'm going to do what I want to do. Like I always tell you guys, man, do what you want to do. You got to live this life for yourself and be happy. And if you're not hurting anybody, hey, they can screw off. And if you like what you got on and it made you feel good when you left the house, don't let nobody tell you different. Who are they? They don't buy your clothes. They don't pay your bills. They don't do nothing for you. And so they should not be able to gratify you in that way. If you feel gratified when you leave the house, honey, that's all it's going to be. But anyway, I'm so proud of Sherry. Like, that's my girl. Okay. You're doing a damn thing. And what else? One more thing. And then I'm going to leave you guys. Oh, okay. So, since I found out that my ex-husband has had surgery, I want to do kind of like a bariatric closet. I don't want to call it that. I might put a little bit more thought into the name. And there's still some more schematics that I have to figure out. But what I want to do is be able to get rid of the big clothes that's in my closet that I can't fit. But I want to give them away, right? So I want to start kind of like maybe a revolving list for nice, gently used clothes. Like, don't send anything with pebbles on them and stuff like that and ketchup and all that crap, but nice clothes that can be passed along. So, for instance, it would start with, okay, someone who has surgery and maybe they started at $350. So some of my clothes that I wore at $285, when they get to $285, I can send to them so they don't buy clothes. Make sense? And so it'll keep revolving. Like, my only step would be that if the clothes are still good, to continue to hand them down or give them away. So then, like, when I get to 200 and whatever size I am, if somebody has like 12s, then they could give them to me, so I don't have to rush out and buy clothes. And it could be even old, older sleevers or more mature sleevers who are already in the group that, they have those sizes, or, reverse. Somebody is in a 0, but now is in a 2 and needs a 2. Like, I want to just keep it going. And I wanted to be able to have male and female clothing. That's why I said about my ex-husband. I know he has nice clothes. And so I wanted to be able to, give those clothes away, because we don't want to keep those clothes in our closet when we're not them sizes anymore. I mean, because otherwise, how do you make room for the new stuff? Like, when you get to your new size. So that's my next venture, my newest idea. So if anybody else has any ideas on maybe the logistics of how I could work that out, I'm not really too worried about postage or anything like that. I kind of would like to start it in 2 cities and see how it works with people just meeting up with each other and giving the stuff away. But if postage is a thing, then that's fine. My cousin works for the post office. He can do something for me out of his life, right? So, I'll figure out the whole postage deal. But I really would like to do that. I feel like it would bless somebody. Because I'm kind of going through it now. Kinda. I always like my clothes tight, so now my tight clothes are like the right size. Don't laugh and don't freaking judge me. I'm just saying. So I'm getting some more use out of some of my clothes, but a lot of my clothes, like, I am really ready to give this dress away. Because it just keeps, 1, it keeps falling off my shoulder, and 2, it just keeps getting longer and longer. Nothing wrong with that, but it's not really the right length. Make sense? So, yeah, guys, give me your ideas on that. Leave a comment, email me. Also, if you like these videos, subscribe, press like, hit the little bell so you can see when I post a video every 3 years. No, I'm lying. I'm gonna do better. I'm really gonna try to do at least once a month. I know I promised before weekly, but that promise is doesn't coincide with my life or lifestyle sometimes, and I don't want to disappoint you guys. So, like I said, I will at least try to do once a month. Or if some extra special funny something other happens, I'll post it. But get at me on this like little closet that I want to do. And I hope all you guys are doing great. I hope you guys are feeling great. Those who have recently had surgery, go you. Like, I pray that you have a speedy recovery, which I know you will. Like, recovery is really not as bad as you think it is. And I hope, you just enjoy the new you that's coming along. Just enjoy every moment of it. Don't take anything for granted. Don't be stuck and pimped out by the scale like me. I've had to learn to take every weight, so to speak, that I become for what it is and not take it for granted. Because guess what? A year ago, I wasn't 240 anybody. Matter of fact, 6 months ago, I wasn't 240 anybody. So I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying every step of the way. So I would encourage you to do the same. And like I always say, slow and steady wins the race. It won it this time. Look at that. Meal prep. Who would think it? But it did the job, guys. So, as Sherry says, follow the rules. And as I say, live your life. And just be excited. Be excited about something. Learn something new about yourself. Enjoy it. Take it in. Be done.